What's up, everybody? It's Jared with Capture the Magic. And when you talk about Star Wars, I think nowadays, since Disney has owned it for quite a while, what you really talk about is the disappointment of what Star Wars has turned into when you're talking about TV shows and movies. And for me, in particular, it's about the disappointment of Galaxy's Edge. I contend that Galaxy's Edge is a subpar Star Wars land, considering all the things that could have happened with a Star Wars land, and what we ended up getting, I do think is, to be nice, a big swing and a miss in terms of the potential of what they could have done. And on a recent Theme Parkin live stream with the Orange Grove 55 guys, we got to talking about Galaxy's Edge, kind of Star Wars in general, and our overall thoughts, and we kind of break down some of the issues with Galaxy's Edge, some things you could do to fix Galaxy's Edge. But ultimately, I do think it is a land that is far below expectations of what is possible that you could do with Star Wars. So in this video here, we're going to talk about all the things that we would change about Galaxy's Edge and perhaps make this into a better Star Wars land.
You know, it's crazy. Like, for Star Wars, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan. I love this franchise. I was like counting the days and the hours for the sequel trilogy. I was on board. I was watching all the trailers. I sat through Monday Night Football to get the trailer, and I don't even like sports. It was like having to chew. It was like having to chew through the pizza box to get to the pizza. It was horrible, you know.
Yeah.
But I love Star Wars, and now I couldn't care less, bro. Like, I mean, I'm kind of so tuned out now of like the whole Star Wars thing. I still love the franchise until Kennedy is gone. I kind of don't care. I want new blood in there. I want new management. I want to feel like I can trust the team again.
Right.
And right now, I don't even know if the announcement's going to ever happen.
I never could get into Star Trek. I don't know why. My dad used to watch it all the time, but
My dad did too. Yeah.
I would watch Star Wars with him. So I don't know, like, why. I guess it just never clicked. I don't know. I just feel like I leaned more towards Star Wars than Star Trek. However, I actually have to agree. I'm kind of tuned out with Star Wars right now. Anything that they make an announcement for, there's two things right now I'm optimistic about. Because we did get to see the trailer of Mando and Grogu, the film, when we were at D23. No one has yet seen that trailer. And I have to say, the trailer that we did see looked very decent. And then also the announcement of Obi-Wan returning for Ahsoka Season 2. I'm very curious of how they tackle that. Other than that, moving forward, I think I just prefer Star Wars for what it was. Like you had like the originals, you had the prequels. I could deal with the sequels, but then after that, you kind of lost me. And me personally, now here's where the can of worms is going to come in. And I say this many times, even on Citrico Central, I feel like Galaxy's Edge is a waste of 14 acres.
Well, okay.
Completely agree. That land drives me
hold on.
crazy. No, I agree. I'm the same way with Star Wars. I never was a huge Star Wars fan. I always enjoyed it, but what broke me on caring about Star Wars at all was Kenobi. That show, the level of rage I had while watching it, in terms of like what leading up, it's supposed to be Obi-Wan just watching over Luke, and you can have a story there, but then it's like, no, he's going to leave. It's actually Princess Leia. She knew him really well. And then you come back and you got Reva, and then Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fight again, which they never were supposed to. And then you're just left at the exact same point you were before. Nothing changed, because they can't change it because it was a prequel. And I was like, I hate this. I hate it. And like even the Darth Vader stuff, like Darth Vader doing cool things, like in that show, he like pulled that ship down. Like, that's cool in the moment. But then what about the New Hope whenever the ship flies away when he couldn't quite catch him? Like, why didn't he just grab the ship and pull it in? He's done that before.
Right.
So just brings all these issues, and I'm just like, oh, gosh.
Well, now here's the thing. I'm going to actually push back on all three of you for the Galaxy's Edge thing. And here's why.
Well,
I think
you can
Galaxy.
do so. Then I'm going to push back again. So let's
Do it. Bring it on, Italiano. Bring it on, buddy. No,
I got the perfect place for you guys to duke it out.
Yeah, exactly. The Octagon.
I'll take
no, dude. Let's get a plane ticket. We'll go to the Contemporary.
Yeah. There you go.
That's where you're supposed to have all your fights.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I think getting rid of Galaxy's Edge is kind of like throwing away the baby out with the bathwater. I'll explain why. I don't think the problem is the land. I think the land is actually pretty dope. And I think if you just populate it with stuff like they promised, I think it's really, really cool. We have one of the best projection shows right now that I've ever seen at any Disney park with that Galaxy's Edge on the next to the Millennium Falcon. George, you live streamed it on your channel. It's beautiful. It's really, 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 really cool. I love that kind of stuff. I love Rise of the Resistance. I think the land is really solid. It just lacks a lot of personality. And how you fix that is you have roaming alien bands. You can have put those giant banthas in there. You know
what you could use to fix it? Play Star Wars music in a Star Wars land. Exactly. I don't understand it. You have the best soundtrack ever, and they play nothing. I just don't understand.
Well, do you know how they really could fix it? Because when someone said, like, when I watched Iger get on stage and says, we're going to build a Star Wars land, and we're going to build two, one at Walt Disney World, one at Disneyland. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, Naboo, Hoth.
Yes.
I'm like running all these things in my mind of thinking, like, we are going to get exactly what we are watching. What could it be?
The Death Star.
And we got the most boring ass land that you could possibly imagine. Like,
we got not Tatooine.
So empty, you could literally take a paper plane and shoot it down the hallway, and you get nothing. It's hollow to me. I do agree with OG that obviously if they do add more, I always said this: put the meat and the potatoes in the pot. It's an empty pot. But I feel like that there's no connection. That when we step into a Disney park, we get immersed with what we are used to seeing, like with the Disney fairy tales and the musicals and everything. We are transported to those designated areas. I feel like with Star Wars, that's what the fans crave. That's what I craved as a fan. I wanted to be able. I remember there was a rendition that someone did. It was like fan made, that it looked like the Magic Kingdom map.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
it was changed to look like the Star Wars planets. They gave us something like that. I think Star Wars had the potential of getting its own theme park if they wanted to really dive into, like, each section could be its own planet.
You mean a prequel, original trilogy? You could do your sequel trilogy areas. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, they were originally planning that. It was called Lucasport.
Were they?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they were originally. Yeah, Tony Baxter was. I think he was the head of the project at the time. They shot.
Well, I remember we had an old Imagineer on our channel or a podcast a long time ago, and he said originally the plan was for it to be like including all of the eras of Star Wars, and then Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy came in at the last minute. Were like, actually, you need to change all this. But he did tell me that they have it in the backup plan for Galaxy's Edge that they could revert it to include all the, like, they actually built it in some way of like a backstory. They could revert it to that. And my whole thing, I agree with you, George. I think what Universal has done really well with their parks is they just immerse you into the things you've seen from the movies. Like Diagon Alley, boom, there you are. Hogsmeade, Super Nintendo World. Like, it's all these familiar places that you've seen before. And then Disney kind of has this habit of, like, they want to use IPs, but they also kind of want to tell original stories at the same time. So it's like, we're going to retrofit in this spaceport that, to me, it's like I'm walking through Space Baghdad. It just looks like a desert town, and nothing about it screams Star Wars to me. And I'm like, at the very least, just include all the eras. Like, I've had this idea of, like, make it seasonal, where it's like, for this season, it's prequel. And you got all the prequel stuff going on, and then you turn it over and it's original trilogy, and then do your sequel. Like, you could change it and, like, have seasons, and it would give you reason to revisit. But there's just, and I agree with you guys, it's just a hollow land, and all the things you could have done with the Death Star and Tatooine and Hoth and all these things. It's just so, like, ugh. Like, when and even Rise of the Resistance, I love that, but it would be a better ride if it was like original trilogy or prequel.
You know what it's like? It's like this. It's like, somebody brings you a plate and it's a steak. And you're like, oh, is this a filet mignon? No, it's a vegan steak. Oh, so this isn't real meat? No, it's vegan. That's what kind of Galaxy's Edge is like. And let me give you a perfect example. Like you walk in, you see the Millennium Falcon, you're like, oh, Han Solo's here? No, it's this guy called Honda. It's this guy called Hondo. Honda, like the car manufacturer? No, he's a scaly guy. Doesn't know Han Solo. Han Solo's not here. Just forget about him. God, okay. So are we going to see Luke Skywalker? Nope. There's this rebel over there that nobody knows is hiding. And well, where's C-3PO? C3 who? You get the droids that don't move over there. It's like, well, what do you have here that's Star Wars? Well, let's see. Well, we got the characters from the new movies. Do you like those? Not really. Well, that's what you're getting. Like, you're walking through, you're like, well, where's the Star Wars at? Like, is this Tatooine? No, it's this planet you never heard of called Batuu. Like, I can't even, like, you have a Tatooine-based planet, and, like, I can't get Tatooine. So it's like they deny you at every opportunity that you think you're going to seize a moment of Star Wars, whether it's a character, whether it's something familiar with the movies, other than Millennium Falcon and stuff. Even the TIE Fighter, dude. Hey, is that a TIE Fighter from a movie? No, it's this original one that we created.
Yeah. Well,
can I get something?
Well, no, 100% Slimer. And here's the thing with that projection show that we have, with that Star Wars music blasting through the land, that music alone changes the feeling completely in there. I mean, if they just added music, the Star Wars music, it would improve the land, drastically. So
that alone would help. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you go under the tunnel, it's the big fanfare thing. I mean, amazing.
Honestly, what would really improve that land? A crane and a wrecking ball.
There you go. Oh, no,
listen, I agree. If you're taking out the rivers, just take out Galaxy's Edge while you're at it. Like, give us something here. Be like, okay, Jared, here's the thing. I know you don't want to see the rivers go away, but we're going to demolish Galaxy's Edge. Be like, okay, fine. All right, fine. Shake hands. I'm fine with that. I have no beef with what you do.
Even Steven.
And the fact, too, you can't even meet Darth Vader in a Star Wars land. That should be some sort of crime.
Well, and they have Darth Vader, like, literally at Disneyland. They have him in a corner in Tomorrowland. Like, literally, like, shoved into a corner.
Yeah.
That you can meet him. No one even knows that he's there.
It's a gag. It's a gag. Oh, where's Darth Vader at? Well, actually, he's over in this other area called the Launch Bay. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. It's this thing that we put up here before Star Wars was in the park, but that's where he is. Like, what?
That's why I was not upset to see our launch bay go away, because I was just like, it's just nobody ever goes back there. Like, it's back there with all the kids stuff, and then nobody, like you were saying, nobody knows Darth Vader's in there necessarily. And like, I think you can meet Chewie and BB-8, and I'm like, BB-8 got real annoying real quick to me, personally. He's no R2-D2. I'll put it that way.
Oh, no one is R2-D2. No. I mean, literally, R2-D2 saves literally everybody in all these movies. I mean, he's the hero of the whole thing.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Rogue Attraction says, I just wanted a slave Leia meet and greet. Well,
I wouldn't mind that. That's nice.
They'd have to pull out some extra security for that one, I think. But I think there would be long lines for that, if I were to guess.
There would be not one child in that line.
There's a bunch of dudes being like, I've always wanted this. He also says, so Tatooine is space Dubai. Maybe.
Yeah.